Live from West Michigan. This is West Michigan Tonight with Jon Covington.
Welcome to West Michigan Tonight, everybody. I'm Jon Covington, and I am your host. It is so good to see all of you. We're so happy that you've chosen to hang out with us on this late night, Friday night, and to you, too, for hanging out with us. How about Landon Flippin' and the fellas? Yeah. Landon on keys, Dan on drums, and Sam on bass guitar. Sam, you want to do me a little favor? Can I hear a little something from you? Just a little something, maybe 5 or 6 seconds, 10, maybe 10 seconds or something. Landon, could you add a little something to that for me, please? Just a little something. My man Dan, DP, would you add a little something for me? And the fellas, yeah, I think you're the best show in all of TV land. There are only a couple of groups that even compare. One of them has 5 letters, Roots, that's it. But outside of them, nobody compares. Wasn't that a song, Nobody Compares to You? Dan, you remember that? I think that was Sinead O'Connor, Nobody Compares to You. Anyway, I'm a little nostalgic this evening. This is our very 4th show, the 4th show of West Michigan Tonight. The 4th show. We began this journey earlier this month, June 5th, and because of you, we are here, and we're looking forward to even more. It has been a great, great, great month, and we're so grateful. We appreciate you so much. Now, one of the things we do at West Michigan Tonight is we go to the streets because we want to know what's happening in the streets. What are people talking about? You can't have a late night show without knowing what the folks are saying. And so tonight, we had a question for folks on the street, and we wanted to know who has the best pizza in West Michigan. So take a look.
West Michigan Tonight on the streets.
This is so basic, but let's be real. Little Caesars is from Detroit. Little Caesars got the best pizza. Everybody says Vito's. Vito's is slop, it's disgusting, it's got grease, it's nasty. Vito's is not good.
My first spot, I would have to say Wingstop. Wingstop is one of my favorite spots. It's really good.
Best pizza in West Michigan? Ooh, that's a good one. I'll probably have to, first I gotta give a shout out to Vitali's. Vitali's, Frank and them got it going on over there. But I don't know, Pepinos, I'm messing with Pepinos right now.
And there you have it. That's who has the best pizza. I know there's a lot of them, but you tell us who has the best pizza. We're on social media, West Michigan Tonight, and you can also email us at info@wmtonight.com. We got a great show for you coming up. We've got 2 of my favorite people. We'll be back. This is West Michigan Tonight.
During high school, I hung with the wrong crowd and I never graduated.
I helped Santiago in many different ways, like all fathers do, because he always wanted to go to college.
I felt a little embarrassed to come back to school, but eventually, once I came here, I knew that it's for a bigger goal.
He was very dedicated, hardworking. He can connected with his teachers, he connected with other students. That was one of the key reasons why he was able to keep forging ahead.
It was amazing to see him graduate. This was one thing that meant so much to him, and of course, it meant so much to us too.
With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed. That support is everything.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
No young person should ever have to worry about having a safe place to sleep at night, or a warm meal to eat, or whether anyone cares about them.
But the reality is, 1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
But the good news is, there's an organization making a big difference. Covenant House.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis and giving them the support and the tools they need to succeed in life.
I have no words to express how Covenant House changed my life. They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding.
When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, and love, most of all love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges, and their lives are transformed.
Covenant House is changing the lives of young people in cities across America.
To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today. Thank you for caring.
Friday night. Tomorrow, Saturday morning. Got any plans, audience? Any plans tomorrow morning? No? Yes? Rest. Somebody said rest in the audience. How about you watching us in TV land? You know, one of the things that we do a lot of stuff on this show, but one of the things that we do is we want to talk to interesting people. And so coming up after our first guest, we've got I'll just wait and introduce her at that time. But I do want to tell you that we're looking for talented people. This is not the Gong Show, so we're looking for the best of the best. If you know somebody who has an extraordinary talent, by all means, let us know, and you know how to reach us. My first guest tonight is Dr. Jason McGee. Can we welcome Dr. Jason McGee to the show? To the show, Dr. Jason McGee.
Listen, it's an honor to be here. I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Yeah,
yes,
thank you for being here.
Yeah.
We got a lot to talk about.
Come on.
We got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about some stuff, and we're also going to play maybe a game or two.
Oh.
Because I like games. I'm like a big kid. I like trivia.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you good with trivia?
I have my days.
You have your days?
I have my moments.
Is this particular Friday night one of your days, one of your moments?
You know, we're going to see.
Okay.
I'm feeling good. So.
Yeah, we're going to see. Okay. So before we get into Jason McGee and the doctorate Jason McGee, you're also going to be a regular on a new late night show, I hear. Can you tell me about it?
Yes, listen, West Michigan Tonight.
Really?
Yes, a phenomenal show, West Michigan, with people who do extraordinary things. And there's going to be a segment where we talk about food, where we experience food, where we taste food. So I'm looking at how do we have these 30-minute meals, these meals you can make at home. Quick, fast, and in a hurry, but they taste good, they feel good. And we're going to showcase and highlight that right here on West Michigan Tonight.
Wow. So what's your name on that segment?
The Bowtie Chef.
The Bowtie Chef.
Yes, sir.
So you're going to come on and you're going to show people in 30 minutes or less. So at the top of the show, we'll see you. You'll talk about what the ingredients are that you're using, and you'll say, and so in 30 minutes before this show is over, I will have a meal for two.
Absolutely.
In 30 minutes.
Absolutely.
And some lucky two people from the audience get to eat that meal.
Oh, that'd be so great and phenomenal, and that's what it's going to look like. We're going to knock it out.
So the Bowtie Chef, I like that name. You guys like the name Bowtie Chef? Yeah. He's always wearing a bow tie, hence the Bowtie Chef.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
clever, huh? I laugh at my own craziness. Yeah, yeah. John, it's obvious he would be named the bow tie chef. But you are on an upcoming show. You can't talk about it. You signed a non-disclosure agreement, but you're on an upcoming show with a very, very famous chef.
Yes, yes.
But you can't talk about it.
No, no.
We only have a few people here. Like if you told us, we wouldn't tell anybody.
We're not going to do that today.
Okay. All right. I tried. So what was it like being on that show? You will come back here, of course, and talk about it before you talk about it with anybody else, I'm sure.
We will get the exclusive.
We will get the exclusive.
That sound good?
Yeah, because you're a part of the West Michigan Tonight family.
Yes.
So, of course, we would get the exclusive. But what was it like working with this chef? And what color hair does the chef have? And what height is the chef? And what city was it in? And what ethnicity are they? Could you tell us any of those things?
I can't, but I will say you are very familiar with these individuals. You've probably seen it before, and that's about it.
Yeah.
You know, you just have to hold your breath and wait.
Man, I can't wait. The bow tie chef, and we got you right here on West Michigan Tonight.
Yes.
And you're gonna be even more famous as a result of this new show. When does the show air? When does it come out? Or can you talk about that? Because I'm really trying to figure it all. I'm like an investigator here, Dan. I'm trying to figure it all out. So you can't tell us when the show comes out?
I don't know when the show comes out, but it'll be soon
He
enough.
doesn't know. He doesn't know anything.
Soon enough.
So you've been doing something very interesting. Just this past Mother's Day, last month, you had a Mother's Day dinner.
Yes.
And that's Chef Magnanimous.
So Supper Club Magnanimous is
Magnanimous?
Yeah, Magnanimous. And I did a Mother's Day experience. John, I thought about this. I said, the restaurants are packed on Mother's Day. So many mothers are sitting in that little vestibule waiting for their name to be called, for their table to be called. And oftentimes it's 12, 13 people because we're celebrating our mothers. And every restaurant is packed. And so I said, what if you had an experience where you can celebrate your mother privately, intimately, where you can hear each other have a conversation and have 4 courses, a chef table experience where you're explaining the meal, you engage with the ingredients, you're able to have conversation about mothers and motherhood and what that looks like, all in an environment where you can celebrate and not be distracted by the typical restaurant experience. That's what I offered on Mother's Day.
Well, we're gonna talk more about it when we come back with the Bow Tie Chef.
Hey, greetings, friends. I was just recently a guest on West Michigan Tonight with Jon Covington. Thank you to Jon and the entire team. I want to make mention that the F3 Symposium registration is up, and you can go to Eventbrite, F3 Symposium on Eventbrite, and register. Friday the 19th, we're going to be showing an exclusive premiere of the film Black Man, curated by Jon. And then on Saturday is the F3 Symposium. We want you to be in the place. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jane Seymour, and I spent years on TV playing a doctor. But I learned about the heartbreaking reality of heart disease and stroke when they touched my own life. My father was a surgeon, and it was a huge shock to us when he had heart disease. And my mom, who was my inspiration, suffered a stroke that took away her speech, her ability to move, and ultimately her life. It was devastating, and also a wake-up call. Heart disease is America's #1 killer and the #1 killer of women. And the American Heart Association is doing everything it can to change that, with the medical community, with research, with education, and with treatments in hospitals. That's why I'm so passionate about working with the American Heart Association. Learn more about the American Heart Association's life-saving work at helpheart.org. Thank you.
You were saying prior to the break, this experience that you offer to mothers. May I ask, well, folks who were bringing their mothers out, and necessarily have to all be mothers, but people who wanted to enjoy it, I'm sure were able to. So where do you do this at, and what was the meal on Mother's Day?
So oftentimes we'll find a venue that will accommodate a small group of people, 12 to 16. So that could be in a clubhouse, can be someone's home. Oftentimes lately they've been in these co-working spaces where they have a nice long table and you can make this experience happen. So they can be anywhere, John, anywhere, John. And so for the menu was, we did a 5-course tasting. I usually do 4. But I did 5 this time because it was Mother's Day. And so most of my dishes had a story that highlighted my mom. My mom was the cook in our family. She made things and for us, and we just loved her cooking. And I said, how can I take what she made for us and just elevate it just a little to make it special? So for instance, the opening course was salmon croquettes. My mom made salmon croquettes. She got that can. She pulled that bone out. She made these croquettes, and we loved them. So I said, how can I take it up a notch? So I made the croquettes, but I actually had a salmon fillet, wild sockeye. And I made the croquettes, and I added a pontchartrain sauce on a bed of arugula. And we topped it with some nice field greens. It changed the game. That's not what I had when I was growing up. This is what the mothers had.
You're really painting this very well.
Thank
I'm
you.
like dreamy. Yeah, arugula, pontchartrain. What was it?
Pontchartrain sauce, yeah.
Pontchartrain sauce. What's in pontchartrain sauce?
Oh man, a little bit of everything. Of course, you got a little bit of cream. You got a little bit of cumin. I got some turmeric in there, and some other spices and secret spices I put in there to make it really taste good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have Juliet's hot seasoning in your?
I don't, but I'm interested.
Okay.
I'm interested.
Well, Julia Dragas has a hot seasoning. She makes her own peppers.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect.
She makes she makes her own seasonings.
Yeah.
From peppers. So I've got some. Actually, she brought me some. So I might share a little bit of it with you. It's Juliet's Fire Dust.
Oh, that sounds
Juliet Dragas from WZZM 13. Yeah, you want to smell it?
Let's go for it.
Yeah. Smell it.
It says fire dust, though.
Yeah, it says fire dust.
Do we have anybody on hand?
Don't smell it. Yeah, we got a nurse on hand.
Oh, whoa. Ooh, okay.
Well, is that good stuff?
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. See, that can be a good sprinkle on top. Oh, yeah, we can sprinkle that on top of the salmon croquettes.
Oh, yeah. I bet this is good.
Gives it a nice
I can't wait to try it. She brought me some.
Okay, you sharing.
Yeah, Juliet's Fire Dust. Are you good? You said you're good with trivia. I already asked you that question.
Today I'm feeling good.
Yeah, today you're feeling pretty good? Because when we come back in a few minutes, we're going to, you and our next guest are going to compete.
Okay.
For the coveted crown. Want to know more?
I do. I'm
all right, you'll see. You just like you wouldn't tell me whose chef show you're going on. I'm going to make you wait. So you will find out in a few minutes. Your background was in education, so you were in education for about 25 years or so. And you woke up one morning and you decided, I'm going to be a chef? How does that happen?
So, no, it works together. It works together. So if I go far back to when I was a teacher, I was an art teacher. I didn't do art anymore. But having that leadership role is tough. So when I would come home from work, the way that I would de-stress, I cooked.
Yeah.
I chopped onions, chopped celery. I made these dishes for my family.
Wow.
And that was my solace. And it hit me, this is your new art. Culinary art is your new canvas. So when I'm making a plate, when I'm making a dish, when I'm making a meal, it transcended all the things that I used to do and I loved to right now, and it comforted me. It allowed me to be balanced as a human, showing up to serve in schools, families, and communities. That's how the cooking started. And then I used that to connect more with my staff. I would cook at school. I would cook with students, and we would do this thing called restorative practices. And when we had issues or conflict, I would often bring food to mitigate some of the things that were happening between two individuals.
I know you got a problem, and I know you got a problem with him, and so on and so on. But I've got this bone-in ribeye steak. And I think that the two of you can come to some sort of agreement if you each get a ribeye bone-in. Is that how, a bone-in ribeye, is that how that worked?
In theory, yes. Oftentimes that bone-in was a hot and ready pizza from Little Caesars or a sandwich from somebody in the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's all how you look at it, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that turned me on to food and how the power of food and what it does. And it led me on this journey. So when as a principal, I said, how do I best support principals? I had to take a step back. And I left the school for a year to, how can I best support principals? Let's start with food.
With food. I love it. I love it.
Yes, sir.
How do I support others? Let's start with food. This is West Michigan Tonight. We'll be right back.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Hey, honey. We thought we'd try something new.
Family art hour. What do you think?
You got jokes. You're funny.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
This is a wild bunch here. You know, some of the young people on our team, we've got a relatively young team, a young crew, and I've got shoes older than most of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we talk about things, they don't know who we're talking about.
Okay.
Mentioned Bozo on another show, and they were like, who's Bozo?
Oh, the clown.
No, I know you know, but they just, he's like, I'm quizzing him.
I thought it was a trivia round.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. One of the things we want to do here on the show is highlight interesting people. And this next guest, she's quite interesting, and I think you'll think so too. Her name is Jackie Hallberg, and let's welcome Jackie to the show. Jackie.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah, you're our first guest that we posted on social media. We're looking for interesting people. And we reached out to you because you are quite interesting.
Yeah.
You are quite interesting, and I'll tell you why right away. One of the things that I found out about you via social media is that you are a kidney donor.
About to be.
About to be a kidney donor?
Yeah.
How? And what's the background behind that? Is this somebody that you knew very well?
And I believe you know this person too.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a Muskegon person. Yeah.
Okay.
So to be a living kidney donor, you have to go through all these different tests. And at first I didn't think I would even qualify. So because of my age, because of my weight, all the different things. And I did the little online test and it said, okay, now you need to schedule a blood test. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not too old. And I started this back in October, John. And every test, they just kept saying I was a match, I was good. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not like dying or anything, you know, because they kept passing me, so it was good. I am so blessed with my health. There are people half my age that have chronic health issues, and so I had to at least try. And the minute I went for the blood test, the very first blood, I've had so many blood tests during this process. The first one, I'm like, I am meant to save his life. This man is on dialysis every single night when he goes to bed. Goes to bed, wakes up, it's about an 8-hour cycle every single day, and it's been over a year. So, take my kidney, I don't only need one.
Wow.
During high school, I hung with the wrong crowd and I never graduated.
I helped Santiago in many different ways, like all fathers do, because he always wanted to go to college.
I felt a little embarrassed to come back to school, but eventually, once I came here, I knew that it's for a bigger goal.
He was very dedicated, hardworking. He connected with his teachers, he connected with other students. That was one of the key reasons why he was able to keep forging ahead.
It was amazing to see him graduate. This was one thing that meant so much to him, and of course, it meant so much to us too.
With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed. That support is everything.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hi, I'm Jane Seymour, and I spent years on TV playing a doctor. But I learned about the heartbreaking reality of heart disease and stroke when they touched my own life. My father was a surgeon, and it was a huge shock to us when he had heart disease. And my mom, who was my inspiration, suffered a stroke that took away her speech, her ability to move, and ultimately her life. It was devastating, and also a wake-up call. Heart disease is America's #1 killer, and the #1 killer of women. And the American Heart Association is doing everything it can to change that, with the medical community, with research, with education, and with treatments in hospitals. That's why I'm so passionate about working with the American Heart Association. Learn more about the American Heart Association's life-saving work at helpheart.org. Thank you.
Wow. No relation to this guy.
No, I've been very good friends with his wife for many years, and now I'm a friend with him too. They do so much in our community, John. Wow. So much.
Wow. Yeah. Wow, interesting.
It's good stuff.
And so you decided I'm gonna give away one of my kidneys.
We only need one. We only need one. I've had a CT scan. I've had an MRI of them. My kidneys are great.
Did you ever have any hesitation? Is this just something that right away from the jump go, you said, I want to donate my kidney?
The minute I typed in the thing, I said, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And so, yeah, my dad had horrific health. I mean, he was Vietnam, so he had Agent Orange damage. He got hurt on the job, so he had so many medical issues. And I swear, like, maybe he took all the ick so I could be healthy enough to save somebody else. So I feel like it's just meant to be.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
What else do you think? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you.
What else do you think makes you an interesting person? Because that's not the only thing. I don't know that many people who are friends with you on social media are surprised at what it is you're doing. So what else do you think somebody would say, hey, this about Jackie Hallberg is also interesting?
Well, let's see. I'm a social worker by background. I have been to all 50 states, 26 of them by myself, so I am a female single traveler. I actually have a side business, John, that I don't think you know about, where I actually help people with relationships and dating. It's called Just Jack's Advising, because a lot of people screw up their relationships. I've been one of those people myself, and anything I can do to help people be happier and healthier, the better. I also do a show where I'm kind of sitting on the other side of the table every Monday night. I interview people across the globe. My whole purpose is to highlight diverse humans and to try to reduce stigma by talking about difficult topics. So it's like such an honor, like being on your show. Like, this is amazing.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
Thank
you. Yeah, you're amazing too. Really glad you're here. We've only physically met a couple of times.
And it's usually in meetings we don't even know each other are going to be in, which is the wildest thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Muskegon's a small town, but it's not that small. We should have known each other a lot longer. And then Jason and I have so many connections that we just figured out behind the backstage. That restorative practices thing he does, we do that at my office. So I'm an executive director of a nonprofit that works with reducing crime and conflict, and we do restorative justice literally all day long.
That's great. Yeah. When we come back, we're gonna test you and Jason's celebrity roll call knowledge. West Michigan celebrity roll call knowledge. But you are a great first guest for our interesting person segment. We want interesting people. If you know somebody who's just got an interesting story, something about them that's just different in a good way, we want them on West Michigan Tonight, because this show is what? About West Michiganders. It's all things West Michigan. So we'll come back and we're going to test some knowledge of these two.
No young person should ever have to worry about having a safe place to sleep at night, or a warm meal to eat, or whether anyone cares about them.
But the reality is, 1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
But the good news is, there's an organization making a big difference. Covenant House.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis and giving them the support and the tools they need to succeed in life.
I have no words to express how Covenant House changed my life. They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding.
When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, and love, most of all love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges, and their lives are transformed.
Covenant House is changing the lives of young people in cities across America.
To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today. Thank you for caring.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go.
Excellent. Sorry for the song. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're in the family. Oh, I thought you were on my team.
Well, it's time. It is time for our trivia, where we test your knowledge as it relates to the famous folk who have performed here in West Michigan. So this show is
tonight. Celebrity roll call. Did they make the list? Did they make the list? Or did they miss it?
So, you guys like that?
Okay.
That was great.
I'll give one to you, and I'll give one to you. So the number is, pick a number from 1 to 10.
7.
1.
Number is 3. Jason McGee.
Let's go.
How you like that, Ron? Okay, Jason. Which one of these 3 has never performed in West Michigan?
Never.
You'll have 3 seconds on the clock. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Snoop Dogg, Beyonce, Kiss.
John, I'm going to go with Beyonce. She hasn't been here.
Okay, you're gonna hold your thing up that we spent all that time creating?
Beyonce.
Do you think Beyonce missed?
I think she missed out on grammar.
He's right.
What's
All right, Jackie, you ready?
Be as good as that question, okay? Because I knew that one.
You knew that one?
Because I've been to Kiss.
You've been to Kiss?
Yeah.
All right. Which one of these has never performed in West Michigan? Bruno Mars, Taylor Swift, Aretha Franklin.
Bruno Mars is missing.
All right, she's right.
I saw Aretha and I saw Taylor Swift.
Wow, you get around.
I do.
All right, so this is the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Okay? This is the tiebreaker here. Which one of these has never performed in West Michigan? The first person to put their paddle up on the right side
Is it missing or made?
is the, this is who's never performed in West Michigan, so I tell you what. Yeah, so it'll be missed. Okay? But you got to give me a name and you got to hold the missed up.
Okay.
All right? Ariana Grande, Ludacris, or a little suspense. Can I get a little drum roll, please? Kid Rock.
Ariana Grande.
Kid Rock.
Okay. You're the winner. You weren't supposed to wait. You just hold your paddle up and you just say who, which one.
Okay.
Yeah, she beat you to it. So I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You're taking it very well.
Yeah.
Do you want to go grab some frozen yogurt tonight?
Maybe another time. Thanks, though.
Hey, Charles, how do you like your burger?
Ooh, well done, I hope. I love this tree. Hey, honey. We thought we'd try something new.
Family art hour.
Come on, sit down.
Okay, guys, what do you think? That is you.
Oh, you got jokes. You're funny.
That is you, and that is your son and your other son.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Hey, greetings, friends. I was just recently a guest on West Michigan Tonight with Jon Covington. Thank you to Jon and the entire team. I want to make mention that the F3 Symposium registration is up, and you can go to Eventbrite, F3 Symposium on Eventbrite, and register. Friday the 19th, we're going to be showing an exclusive premiere of the film Black Man, curated by Jon. And then on Saturday is the F3 Symposium. We want you to be in the place. Thank you.
No young person should ever have to worry about having a safe place to sleep at night, or a warm meal to eat, or whether anyone cares about them.
But the reality is, 1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
But the good news is, there's an organization making a big difference. Covenant House.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis and giving them the support and the tools they need to succeed in life.
I have no words to express how Covenant House changed my life. They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding.
When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, and love, most of all love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges, and their lives are transformed.
Covenant House is changing the lives of young people in cities across America.
To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today. Thank you for caring.
Frostbite, dark nights, it's getting to my mind. Sunlight, pink skies, take me back to those times. And I wish I could run away and hide, but I know that my gold won't just shine till it's been through the fire. Street lights, stop signs, and a dirt road is found. But this house ain't a home when I pour out my soul for my own. I need a key to come and set me free from living only for my needs. Somebody to remind me Jesus ain't a wishing tree. Hold on, it's getting close to the day he returns down to earth. He'll save your soul. Just let go of the past, all that happened before. It's gone like the rain falling after a storm. And I'm getting used to this change, 'cause the way that the world operates seems so fake. And now it's time to leave. That thought in my mind that everything's all up to me. Oh, I need a key to come and set me free from living only for my needs. Somebody to remind me Jesus ain't a wishing tree. So hold on, it's getting close to the day he returns down to earth. He'll save your soul. Just let go of your past, all that happened before. It's going like the rain falling after a storm. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
You don't even need a restorative circle about it.
We don't.
Yeah. Listen, it's been great having you both on the show tonight. I do hope that you come back. Tell people how they find you, how they follow you.
Yeah. So for me, please follow along. Every Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Central, is my show, Just Jacks and Guests. You can find it on YouTube, which is at Jackie Hallberg, LMSW, or you can find me on LinkedIn. I've already invited Jason to be a guest with me, and John, of course, I'd want you to. But I mean, reach, even though I have had people from other countries,
No
so I'm
such thing.
outside of West Michigan.
No such thing. I'm available. It sounds like it's virtual.
It is virtual.
All right, virtual works
You
great.
guys heard it here on West Michigan Tonight. He's going to be on my show,
I'd be
Just
glad to-
Jacks and Guests.
I'd be glad to be on your show.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. How do people reach you?
Yeah, you can reach me on my website, www.drjmcgee.com, or on Instagram, Supper Club Chef, Facebook, J McGee, and those platforms, you can reach me.
Okay, great. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Great guests.
Thank you. So great speaking
Great
to
guests. Yeah. And thank you for being here. Have a great weekend. Good night.